Hey guys, it's me Carlos with the TTN Training Studio with part 2 of 3 of how the hormones and affects the fat cell burning. So as you remember from video 1, I had these charts shared with you. I also posted it on Facebook on which hormones to keep an eye on in order so you can burn the most fat out of your body. Okay, so again, send me an email or put a note down below if you need me to send you a PDF format of this chart, because it tells you which hormone affects the fat and also how it affects the carbohydrates in your nutrition. Okay, but today primarily I want to talk about fat. Okay, the primary function of fat, also the impact it has on your hormones, and the other way around, how your hormones affect the fat and the use of the fat during your workouts. And also, most importantly, the 4 F words for you. Okay? And lastly, which we're probably going to finish it up in the last third week video, is how to cross-fit pure fat. Okay? So to start with, we're going to start with the primary function of the fat cells. Fat cells, pretty much, one of the primary function of fat cells is to protect your body. Okay, so anytime you hear people fight or flight, you know, fat cells kind of get ready to go and protect your body, primarily your organs, which bring us to stress hormone. Okay, also that leads to inflammatory chemicals. Therefore, any diagnosis or symptoms that you get inflammation, better known and very well known as diabetes and whatnot, your fat cells are in there in that mix. Okay, so around your organs, protecting against your cavity. That's why you see people have pot bellies and pooch bellies, because you know that's where the fat cells tend to migrate to protect your organs. The other good thing to remember is that you create fat cells at any age. Most people say, you know, when I was in college and then I got fat, or because I got older, or after kids, I got more fat cells and whatnot. Well, you produce fat cells at any age. The average fit adult has 40 billion fat cells. Okay. Now, with that said, the overweight adult has 100 billion fat cells, and that's very important because it will tell you how much use of your fat you get during your workout, during your daily activities and whatnot. So keep that numbers in mind. Okay, so back to the primary function of fat cells. Fat cells, because your body goes into this protection mode and want to protect your organs and protect you kind of start relating to the stress hormone, better known as cortisol, right? So what happens is you're starting that cycle with cortisol. Okay, now cortisol bounces off with adiponectin. Adiponectin is actually an inflammatory cell, so we call it a good guy. He kind of helps you with inflammation or with the fat cells. So you kind of want to create a yin and the yang, a good balance with that, which brings us to leptin. Leptin is getting a lot of media attention lately, and actually our friends at Chackley that we use our 180 program, weight loss program, they actually put leptin in their product, especially because it's primarily designed for women, which deal with that. So going back to this primary function, good example that I run into my clients is when you're having your menstrual cycle and when you're going to start your cycle, or you have a wacky cycle. Okay, what I recommend is, instead of fighting with the estrogen level and your metabolism, relax. So therefore, the first, the 2 weeks before your cycle, you want to really get a good workout. But now the week leading into your cycle, you want to tone down your workout so you don't spike up your fat cells, which is going to stress you out, which is going to lead you to more eating and less sleep. Okay, so again, keep the primary function of fat cells in mind so you can control at least 3 of these hormones that are secreted. Okay, you with me so far? Now, with that said, going back to the daily usage and application of this, is that we have come up, Jeffrey, a great researcher, has come up with the 4 F to keep in mind when you're getting ready to work out. The first F is so you can be flexible with your workout. Okay? And that's why I love having an online schedule where our clients schedule their own training sessions. We don't want to overly stress. We don't want to be a stress factor to their life. So flexibility in your workout. If you don't work out today, maybe tomorrow, but don't stress over it. Make it work out. The second F back here is for you to, acknowledge failure. So, be ready that you're going to have a little, little bumps on the road and whatnot. But more importantly, forgive yourself. Okay? And this is pretty typical after the new year, after everybody gets into the new year resolution and whatnot, and they fall off the wagon and they get stressed again. Okay? And they don't get back on the wagon. But more importantly, the last F is the key. Fix it. So whatever went wrong, review your tracking sheet or talk to your trainer or to me and fix the problem. If it was a schedule, if it was an actual exercise, if it was the progression of the exercise, if it was a boring workout, if it was too intense of a workout, but fix it. So again, the 4F that we're wanting to start preaching to all of you guys is to be flexible with your schedule. Cross train, do a spinning class, do a yoga class. If you cannot get your running tomorrow, maybe get it in with your friend and then a little walk and run in between. Failure, accept that you're not going to be, on the dot every single time. So, be ready to accept it, and most importantly, forgive yourself for it, and then go to the drawing board and fix it. Okay? Most people get stuck here. Once they fail, they don't want to get back. They kind of lose track. Okay? And that's one of the importance of a trainer. He holds you accountable. He helps you look at the big picture. I call it my blueprint, so you can fix it. Okay? And of course, that leads us to the fit pure fat. Okay? Fat cells reside primarily in your mitochondria. That's a cell level. Now we're talking. They're the furnace. Okay? So, good example of a workout is CrossFit, the actual workout. P90X, Insanity, our boxing workout, our 30-minute blitz workout. They are actually using mitochondria, the fat cells in the mitochondria, because that's where most of them reside. So if we can really infuse a lot of the fat cells from the shoulders, the quads, the hips, as you guys know, I'm a very big hip guy, we can actually utilize more fat cells than carbohydrates. Okay? The secondly is, instead of using the heart rate monitor, like most people are doing in the spinning class and whatnot, use a perceived rate of exertion. Why? Because your body will kind of shut down if you push it too hard. So if you use the perceived rate of exertion, almost like in therapy we use, the pain scale, 0 to 10, where's your pain? The same concept with the rate of exertion. Where is your intensity? How hard are you working? Are you working a little bit hard, very hard, somewhat hard, hard? So use that more than your heart rate monitor. Otherwise, you're going to switch more into a carbohydrate burn than a fat cell burn. Okay? And it's a great tool for you guys to kind of tweak and push your workout every single time. Use that perceived rate of exertion. Okay? And lastly, and we're probably going to cover more of it in the next video, is which workout will give you the highest burn of fat cells. Okay? And we're going to circle around this guy to the mitochondria in the next video, in the last video. I'm going to show you 3 different format of workouts that you can